So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to cut and style a wig. And keep in mind, I am by no means a hairstylist. This is just my own way of doing something. And please, 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 do not do this with your own hair without parental permission or parental observance or whatever, because I do not want to be responsible for you to go crying to your parents that you messed up your hair, and I don't want to be responsible for that. So please, please, please do not do this at home without supervision if you are not an adult. In this video, I took a curly wig that I got from DonaLoveHair. I will post the link to the original wig in the description box below if you guys want to go check that out. I straightened it and put layers in it to give it more of a choppy, kind of subtle scene look, I guess you could say. It is a lace front wig, but I love how it looks. It looks kind of like an ashy blonde in given lighting, and I really like how it turned out. If you guys like the before, that's cool. I liked the before also, but I do already have another curly gray wig, so I figured that I would play with this one and give it a completely different style than all of my other wigs. And this is actually one of my favorite cuts on a wig that I have ever worn. So yes, this was my very, very, very first time cutting and styling a wig like this. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. I like to style my wigs on a mannequin head. If you don't have one, you can do it on your own head as well. However, it could be a little bit more difficult when you're working on the back and stuff. But basically, you take a mannequin head, make sure it is stable to a surface. This one, I bought a separate little clamp thing that you can clamp to a table. I got that at Sally's Beauty Supply. It was just a few dollars or so, and then you can put the wig head on top, provided there is a hole in the base of the wig head. Make sure and pin your wig to the wig head. I only used a couple of these pins. You don't have to use that many, but I just did that so it wouldn't like move around while I'm trying to work on it. So once my hair is all stable, I'm basically just going to go through and straighten the whole thing. And to straighten this wig, it is synthetic hair. It is not real human hair. So do not go willy-nilly, just 450 degrees on this hair. It will melt. Be sure to read the description and package instructions, care instructions, etc. that your wigs come with, or just read the description box under the listing if you're getting like an eBay wig or something. Definitely read it thoroughly, because it will tell you how high usually it is heat resistant to. Usually the safe bet is when you are straightening the wig, you can set your straightener on the lowest setting possible. If your straightener does not have optional settings, do not use that straightener. Go out and get one that you can set to a lesser temperature. This one I believe I used like on 240, I think it was. And with straightening is a lot safer with synthetic wigs than curling is, because when you are using a straightener, you are just going one section at a time and you are just running the hot tool through the hair. You're not holding it in one spot for a long time. You're literally just dragging it through the hair. So for you to use a curling iron, it would be a lot more risky, because you wrap the hair around it and then you're holding it in one place, and that could be a lot more risky. So I suggest when you are curling wigs, definitely use like rollers of some sort, like sponge rollers. Get them wet, get the wig wet, and work with it that way rather than a hot tool. As you can see, I'm basically parting the hair and then I'm brushing through it, and I'm just taking the brush that came with my wig from DonaLoveHair. So there is that, and then I am taking a detangling spray. This is completely and totally optional, just for the simple fact that this is synthetic hair, so it's not going to react the same way to a product that you would use on your real hair. But I like to do this because it kind of acts as somewhat of a heat protectant, like it puts a layer on the hair, so you're double reassuring that the hair won't singe off or melt as easily, because when the straightener comes in contact with the hair, it's immediately going to touch that liquid spray that is on there, and you might see a little bit of steam come off, but that is kind of like somewhat of a protective guard. I'm not going to say use a heat protectant and then use a 450 degree straightener, because that could be a disaster. You do not want to do that. I basically brush it out, spray it down, and then start straightening, and I just do that section by section all the way around the whole head. Once I have the final straightening done, it looks something like this. And then what I'm going to do is go in and start cutting. So I'm going to use crafting scissors. I know this is not the proper way to do this, but I work with what I have at home and I feel that it worked for me. And like I said, you don't want to be doing this on your real hair. You actually want to use like actual hair cutting shears. But for me, just for the sake of this video and the wig, it is synthetic hair, so I'm just working with what I got. I'm gonna work on the bangs first, and I'm pretty much just gonna part them where I want. And I do have a little trick to laying the part down. What you can do to make the part stay a little bit better. I learned this trick from my friend Momo. Basically, you part it where you want it to, and then like bobby pin it down so it stays in place. But then you can take a hair dryer and kind of hold it right there at the root where you want it to go. But don't hold it there too long, obviously, because it's synthetic hair and it could melt. But hold it there and then just kind of like feel and then like pull it to the side, and then it'll start sitting where you want it to sit, and that will help with parting your wigs a lot. But anyway, once you have that done, now I'm just going to kind of work at an angle, and I don't really know how else to describe this, but I'm just going to kind of do this a little choppy. But you don't want to cut directly straight across in any way, because that is going to create a really, really blunt cut. And with normal human hair, that's pretty easy to fix, but sometimes with the synthetic hair, once you cut it too short, there's like no going back because it's synthetic, so it never grows back out and you can't refix it later. And as for cutting the rest of the hair, I'm just going to hold my scissors down pretty much as vertically as possible and just snip a little bit at a time. Don't full on just bluntly cut, because then you're going to get that really harsh line that I talked to you guys about before, and you definitely do not want that. So just do a little bit at a time, just like kind of shake the scissors back and forth just very, very mildly. And yeah, once it is all cut, like I said, I just basically do the same thing throughout the whole entire head. I just basically choppy layers however I want to. There's no guide that I use, no diagram, nothing. I just kind of cut it like that until I pretty much am happy with the outcome. And then once it is all cut, I like to go back through with my straightener and touch up any pieces that may have gotten unstraightened in the process or anything like that. So I do straighten that back out, and then I kind of rough it up a little bit with my fingers to give it that messy look. And that is pretty much it. That is my scene hair tutorial, how to cut and style a wig. As far as this cut and style goes, if you guys want to see another how I cut and style wigs or some sort of different style, go ahead and leave me a comment down below letting me know which kind you want to see. Waving, crimping, curling, I don't know, whatever you guys want to see, leave it down below and maybe I can get to that. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and with that being said, I will talk to you all in my next one. So until then, so long, stay strong, stay true, and be you. Okay, bye!